Rajeshwari MJ. She pursued her BE in Electrical and Electronics at the People's Education Society College of Engineering, Mandya. She pursued her MTech in VLSI Design and Embedded Systems at the Sri Jagadguru Balagangadharanta Institute of Technology, Bangalore. Her personal skills lie in good verbal and written communication skills. Her areas of interest lie in OOPS with C++, renewable energy sources, HVDC transmission, digital relays, automotive electronics, advances in VLSI design. She has also had papers presented at the national level, such as the Innovative Architecture for SoC Multi-Core Hybrid Processor, presented at the RNSIT, Bangalore.
Welcome to UGC lecture series of BSc Physics Honours. Today we are dealing with the subject electromagnetic theory. In this session we are going to concentrate reflection and refraction of plane wave in various medium, that is we are going to consider the normal incidence and we are going to study the different cases at the different media. So, let us start with the plane wave reflection from media interface at a normal incidence, and that medium that we are going to consider here lossless medium and a good conductor. So, in these two medium how the plane wave will going to behave. So, let us start with the lossless medium. So, in previous session we discussed about the lossy medium, now we are going to discuss about the lossless medium. So, here also it depends on the parameters, that is which will going to affect the characteristics of plane wave here. If the regions are lossless dielectric, that what we are considering the regions, if it is for lossless dielectric, so that if it is a lossless dielectric, again the parameters value will going to affect. So, thus the sigma value will be 0 here and the mu and epsilon are real quantities. So, for lossless dielectric, sigma is equal to 0 and mu and epsilon will be real quantities. So, the propagation constant for this case is purely imaginary, that is gamma, which is purely imaginary. In there we consider the real part, but here for lossless dielectric medium that we are considering the imaginary value. So, that is given by gamma is equal to j beta. So, only we are considering the imaginary part, that is j omega square root of mu epsilon is what we are taken. So, now the wave impedance of the dielectric is given by eta is equal to j omega mu divided by gamma. That is again the gamma value that we are here we substituted, that is this value we have substituted here, that is j beta. Again the beta value is substituted here, this will going to, after simplifying we will get the eta value as square root of mu by epsilon. So, this can be also rewritten as eta naught square root of epsilon r, when the epsilon r and mu r and epsilon r, the ratio of mu r and epsilon r, this will give the relative here if we consider it is a dielectric medium as air. If we consider some others other than air, then it is become like this, that is mu r divided by epsilon r. So, for a lossless medium this also becomes a real, because eta is also become real, that is wave impedance is also become real, because this eta depends on mu and epsilon. We very firstly we consider the sigma is equal to 0 for lossless medium, and also mu and epsilon will be a real value. So, and we derived the mu and eta value, and this eta value will purely depend on epsilon and mu, which depends on epsilon and mu in the sense the eta will also be a real value. So, the next, and both gamma and tau are also real, where we know that gamma which gives the reflected coefficient and tau which gives the transmission coefficient. So, electric and magnetic fields are in phase with each other here, and also the wavelength in the dielectric will be lambda is equal to 2 pi divided by beta. So, where we are going to substitute here beta value, that becomes 2 pi divided by omega root of mu into epsilon. Now, the phase velocity is given by Vp is equal to omega divided by beta, that is again we written like this with terms of beta, and final expression will be with for a relative permittivity and permeability, that is C divided by square root of mu r and epsilon r, where C we know that C will be the speed of the light in free space. So now we are derived for the lossy conducting medium. A similar way we have to find the electric and magnetic quantities for two lossless medium, lossless dielectric medium we are considered here for region 1 electric and magnetic field, and also the region 2 electric and magnetic field, and finally we are going to find the unknown coefficient, that is transmitted and reflected coefficient. So for region 1 our lossless medium 1 which is having a electric field the same that what we have considered previously, the same expression will comes in both the terms in electric and magnetic field, the incident electric field here, and this is the incident magnetic field, and this is a reflected electric field, and this is a reflected magnetic field in a region 1. So, in the region 2 only the transmitted field will be there, where we find the magnetic transmitted field which is related with the tau, which this tau is the coefficient of a transmission coefficient, and gamma, that what we found in the reflected part is a reflected coefficient. Similarly, that electric and magnetic field expression we found in for the region 2 also. So, now the final intention is we need to find the coefficients of electric and magnetic reflected and transmitted coefficient. So, for this we need to apply the boundary condition. So, from the table we know that electric and magnetic expressions for two regions. For now applying the boundary conditions for this, we can able to find the reflection and transmitted coefficient. So, we will get the same expression that what we studied for the previous lossy conducting medium, that is where gamma is equal to eta 2 minus eta 1 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1, and the tau is given by 2 eta 2 divided by eta 1 plus eta 2. So, for time being I am not explain the derivations, this because this is also similar what we discussed in the previous session about the lossy conducting medium. So, this is applying the boundary condition, we get the reflected and transmitted and reflected coefficient. So, now we are going to apply the Poynting vector. So, Poynting vector has to be applied here for region 1, which we know that which will going to help us to find the power flow per unit area. So, here we have studied the electric and the magnetic fields that we have already taken. We are taking the region 1. So, it is having incident and reflected field. So, we are taking incident and reflected wave magnetic and electric field here totally. So, for E total it consists of incident and reflected electric field. So, this has to be crossed in terms, and also we are going to substitute this value which is same value that what we previously discussed, and we have. So, substituting this value and simplifying this, finally we got this expression which is E naught to the power of square divided by eta 1 into 1 minus gamma square minus of gamma into E naught square divided by eta 1 into 2 j sin of 2 beta 1 z, where z cap here again it represent the matrix vector matrix which will going to be represented here, and where we know that the propagation of electric field will be in z axis, that is positive z axis. And also the Poynting vector for the region 2 also we need to find out where it consists of only the transmitted field, which is transmitted electric and magnetic field values that we have substituted, where we can find the transmitted coefficient here. So, after substituting here in the cross of electric field and magnetic field, this will going to be having expressions like z cap of tau square into E naught square divided by eta 2 is what expression we got for A square. Now, for we know that 1 minus gamma square is equal to 1 minus of that gamma value we are substituted here. So, this will going to help us to find the 1 minus gamma square by eta 1. This will be equal. So, this implies that 4 n2 n1 divided by n2 plus n1 whole square, which is going to implies that 1 minus gamma square divided by eta 1. So, if we are taken this expression, if we solve this value will be equal to this, that is 4 eta 2 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1 whole square. So, our intention is here we need to find the tau that is a transmission coefficient. Tau is equal to 2 into eta 2 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1, that is equal to tau square is equal to, again this expression becomes a square, we have, for numerator and denominator becomes squares, and this will going to again implies that 1 minus tau gamma square divided by eta 1, that is equal to, because here we can observe this and this are same. So, that is why we are replacing this term with the this which is having a gamma expression. So, this implies that 1 minus gamma square divided by eta 1, that is equal to tau square divided by eta 2. So, tau square divided by eta 2 is what we find the relationship between the transmission and the reflected coefficient. Now, we can have the S square, that is a Poynting vector for a region 2, that is equal to where tau square value we found out with this expression. With this expression we got the tau square expression. So, that we are substituted here. So, finally, this S square will going to become Z cap of 1 minus gamma square into E naught square divided by eta 1. For this tau square we have taken the this two expression we have to taken, and finally we got the tau square value as 1 minus gamma square eta 1. This expression into eta 2 is what we got. This will be substituted here in this place. After that we finally got the S square expression like this. So, now we need to know the power conservation here. So, from Poynting vectors we find out the power the total power, that is how the power flow will be the in a plane for a plane wave in a interface, that is in a having a normal incidence. So, compare the time average power flow in two regions. For Z is less than 0, the time average power flow through 1 meter square cross section is, that is S1 region, that is what we have taken here. The average power flow average in first region 1, that is equal to real part of region 1 S1, that is a power flow dot Z cap, which is equal, which is going to represent the matrix, that is equal to the expression for this is we already know what is previously we derived this expression for region 1 by Poynting vectors. So, that expression value is substituted here in this value, that therefore, the average power flow in the region 1 becomes 1 by 2 into the magnitude of E naught square 1 minus gamma square divided by eta 1. Similarly, for the region 2, that is for Z is greater than 0, the time average flow through 1 meter square cross section, that is equal to, that is S2 is what the region we have taken. This S2 indicates the region 2 average power flow, that is equal to 1 by 2, again the real part of S2 region power flow dot SZ, Z cap indicates the matrix value of the particular region, and that is equal to 1 by 2. We are going to substitute what we previously discussed, that is S2, that the power flow that what we found out with the help of Poynting vector previously, substituted here 1 by 2 E naught square into 1 minus gamma square by eta 1. So, here we can find out with both the expression, that is the average power value in region 1 and average power value in region 2 are both are equal. So, this says there is a conservation of energy is there, the energy is conserved or the power is conserved in both the region. So, hence we can say that average power of 1 and average power of region 2 is equal. So, real power is what the real power is what we assumed previously, there is no energy loss, that is a lossless medium is what we consider, and what we discussed here. It is a lossless medium and the power is conserved here. So, next we move on to another condition, that is a good conductor. We are taking a media, a different media here, that is a good conductor. If the region 2 is Z that is Z is greater than 0 is good conductor, but it is not a perfect, that only good conductor we are taken, and region 1 is a lossless medium like a free space. Region 2 we have taken a good conductor, region 1 is a lossless medium like free space. So, the propagation constant for medium 2 is, now we are going to study that will be equal to. So, the propagation constant is what we know, that is gamma 2 is equal to alpha 2 plus j beta 2 is what the propagation constant. For this, the value will be 1 plus j square root of omega mu 2 into sigma 2 divided by 2. So, after this will be consider the skin effect, if we substitute the formula of skin effect here. So, this expression will becomes like this 1 plus j into 1 divided by delta S square. This is a skin effect factor. So, where is the our skin depth for the media skin effect, whatever we consider the delta S, wherever it comes we know that it is a skin depth or skin effect. So, where delta S square is the skin depth for the medium 2. The medium 2, which is a good conductor, that we consider. The medium 1 is what the free space. Similarly, the intrinsic impedance of the conducting medium 2 simplifies like this, that is eta 2 for a intrinsic medium impedance, that what we need to find for the region 2, that is eta 2, that is equal to j omega mu 2 divided by gamma 2, where the propagation constant value we already found out as we have the gamma 2 here with respect to the skin depth. So, which can be easily found out with the help of this substituting the value of gamma 2 here, and after simplification and all we got the expression like that is equal to j plus 1 square root of omega mu 2 divided by 2 sigma is what the expression we got for eta 2, that is a which is represent the intrinsic impedance. So, now we have the for conducting medium, that good conductor, that what we consider for region 2, which is also having a skin depth, that also we found out, and also the wave impedance we found out. So, now the wave impedance of medium 2 is complex with the phase angle of 45 degree. So, the electric and magnetic field will be 45 degree out of phase, and tau and gamma and tau will be complex here. So, now we are considered it is our medium, it is having a complex term there, and also if it is complex, then the phase angle for magnetic and electric field will be out of phase of 45 degree. And now which will going to affect the tau and gamma also, the gamma and tau also affected due to this out of phase. So, now we are going to write down the field expression for region 1 and region 2, that is region 1 and region 2 for lossless dielectric is what we consider the region 1, and the good conductor is what the region 2. So, in the table that we have found out, that is lossless medium and the good conductor. In the region 1 it is what the lossless medium, what we previously discussed, the same thing for a electric field and magnetic field, which is having incident field and incident wave and also the reflected wave. So, in the region 2, which is having the transmitted electric field and magnetic field, and also we can have observe here the tau, which represent the reflected coefficient. So, now the same way that we need to apply the boundary condition to find the gamma and tau, that is reflected and coefficient and gamma transmitted coefficient. This is a similar what we previously discussed. So, gamma is equal to eta 2 minus eta 1 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1, and tau will be equal to 2 eta 2 divided by eta 1 plus eta 2. So, now that we have to use a previous expression for the intrinsic wave impedance for lossless medium. So, for a good conductor, for how we are going to find the different eta value, that is wave impedance from intrinsic wave impedance for lossless medium and also for the good conductor. Lossless medium we already found out, that is eta 1 is equal to square root of mu divided by epsilon. For lossless, for the good conductor is eta 2 is equal to 1 plus j square root of omega mu 2 divided by 2 into sigma 2 is what the expression for good conductor, that is intrinsic wave expression for the good conductor. So, now we apply the same thing that what we previously discussed for all the cases like power conservation, in this case also for the good conductor. So, for power conservation we need to first apply the power pointing vector, and we need to find the average power also. So, let us find out the Poynting vector for two regions, noting that the field in a region 1 comprise of incident and the reflected wave, and now we can apply the Poynting vector considering in the region 1 which is equal to z is less than 0 in the region 1. So, now Pointing vectors for the region 1 which is same, which is consist of incident and reflected electric field. This is a cross product of incident, reflected electric field and magnetic field. Substituting the what we have the table, the electric and magnetic incident and reflected wave or expression here. So, after that we got by simplifying this, it is which is equal to, that is the power flow will be equal to E naught square divided by eta 1 into 1 minus gamma into exponential to the power of minus 2 j beta 1 z plus gamma into e exponential to the power of plus 2 j beta 1 z minus gamma square. So, and here z cap represent the matrix component or vector component. So, for next region, that is region 2, z is equal to 0 for only transmitted fields that we have to consider here. So, the Poynting vector will be only for the transmitted wave in region 2, that is given by z cap x cap into tau E naught exponential to the power of minus gamma z into the magnetic field component that we have to write here, tau into E naught divided by eta 2 into exponential to the power of minus gamma into z. So, y here represent for the magnetic field a matrix vector. So, finally, we found out with the simplification of all these terms, we got the expression that is equal to z cap into tau square E naught square divided by eta 2, that into exponential to the power of minus 2 alpha z. So, at z is equal to 0, which we know that after finding the Poynting vector, we had to apply the boundary condition for finding the coefficients of reflected and transmission coefficient. So, now we are applying z is equal to 0, that a boundary condition, so that we can find the average power, that is for the region 1 S1 is equal to which S1 region, which will going to give the for region 1 power flow will be E naught divided by eta 1 into 1 minus tau plus tau minus of tau square. So, this will going to be expression for region 1, and similarly the for region 2 the S will be E naught square divided by eta 1 into 1 minus gamma plus gamma minus gamma square. So, now this and this expression is same. This shows that the complex power is conserved here. In good conductor, the complex power is conserved, because we can observe here the complex term that what we are carried out here full is of having a complex term, and whereas in lossless medium, and in previous discussion what we have, where we considered only the real power, that is here complex power is considered, there the real power is considered. So, then time average power flow through a 1 meter square cross section can also be calculated with this. So, which is having only the complex term, in the sense we have taken on the complex part of all this. So, which is having minus gamma exponential to the power of minus 2 j beta 1 z plus gamma into e exponential to the power of plus 2 j beta 1 z. So, which is says that is a purely an imaginary number, that is having a complex term here. So, therefore, the S average, that is region 1 average and region 2 average will be equal to 1 by 2 real part of S dot z, that is equal to, which is same that what we previously discussed for showing that. So, after taking these two also, we can have the same thing, which is equal in both the region 1 and region 2 also, the average value will be having equal, and which shows power balance at z is equal to 0 only. Now, note that the Poynting vector for z is greater than 0. If z is greater than 0, what will be the Poynting vector? This power density in the lossy conductor decays exponentially according to the attenuation factors. So, according to the attenuation factors, it will going to decay in when we are considered z is greater than 0. So, finally, we come to the end of this session. In this session, we start with the plane waves reflection from a media interface, where we carried out a normal incidence is what we have taken for the reflection media interface as a normal incidence, and here we purely concentrated on lossless medium and good conductor. This lossy conducting medium is what in the previous session we discussed. This is a base that what we are steps that follows in a lossy conducting medium is carried out to find a same thing in a lossless medium and also for the good conductor medium, where we found out the coefficients of reflected and transmitted fields, and also the power conservation. The power conservation in a lossless medium is a real power is conserved, and in a good conductor where the complex power is conserved, that is we showed in a lossless and as well as a good conductor medium. Some of the questions of this session are: show that the power is conserved in plane wave reflection from media interface, and the incidence here is normal incidence in two lossless media, and also discuss the plane wave reflection in good conductor, and in both the cases that we consider is normal incidence. And the references are www.lifescience.com and also the Mission Science. The textbook references are Fundamentals of Electromagnetics by M.A.W. Maya, and another textbook is Classical Electrodynamics by J.D. Jackson. This ends the session. Thank you.